Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a new video. Welcome back to a new weekly setups, and let us analyze what we have for this week. Alright, coming over to my screen right now, we have quite a number of pairs that we're going to analyze using the fxalexg set and forget strategy for this week. This week is a tricky one, and I don't know. It usually happens when one week is very good and then the next week just happens to be all over the place, right? So but let's see the pairs that we have for this week. So the very first pair we have for this week is GBP JPY right here. Now GBP JPY, we have a strong area of interest. We have a clear rejection from this area, multiple rejection from this area, and just choppy market around this area. Now we actually sold this pair last week and it was a winning trade, right? So we are hoping to see whether it can give us another win this week. Now let me show you what I'm looking for on this trade. If you look on the daily time frame, now this daily time frame is not that clean, but if you look closely you can see that this is actually the higher high, which makes this the higher low, which means if price close anywhere below here, it means that this time frame is now bearish. So the daily time frame will be bearish based on what we are looking for. Now the 4-hour time frame, this is now the lower low and this is the lower high, making all this price action here bearish. Obviously you can now see that we have a bearish engulfing here, bearish engulfing here, here and here. So it's very possible that we can continue this bearish move that seems to be forming right now. It's like this is the start of the bearish move, right? So how will I be playing this trade? Now this trade right now has the break and we are waiting for a retest to enter. But me personally, this break and retest, I don't like this one. The one that will break previous high and then break again. No. What I want is a clean break and retest, a textbook break and retest just like this one for me to sell. So let me draw a line for where this market will look clean for me, right? So if I come and draw this support and resistance level over here, as you can see, rejections, right? Rejection from this line right here that I just draw is the support and resistance area, right? So if we can get a clean break like this, so a new break and retest, you can get a new break and retest under here like this and an engulfing right here, then we'll be entering on the engulfing and then we'll put in our stop loss somewhere around here depending on what markets price action does. So this is the first pair for the week, GBP JPY. The next pair for the week is AUD card. So AUD card, let's go to the daily time frame. As you can see right here now, AUD card, right? Someone was saying that the time frame is bearish mostly because of this lower low and lower high. Yes, but that time that price action was already that was around, as you can see right here on my screen, 99 days ago. So it's not that it's not valid, it's just that it's way too far because all this price action is happening on the daily time frame and they are relevant to what price action is doing right now. This movement that happen, it doesn't happen all the time. You look way back, it doesn't happen all the time, right? So this is not even like a normal regular price action like how all these ones are, right? So to me, this time frame is still bullish. It's bullish because of this higher high and higher low, right? But if we are looking to buy this market, so if we close above this market like I'm predicting, everybody is going to be seeing that this market is actually bullish. Now we have a strong area of interest here on the daily. You can see rejection from here, we have rejection from here, clear rejection from here, here and here. So on the 4-hour time frame, right, I'll be waiting for a clean break and retest above here, and then same thing on the 1-hour time frame for entries, right? Because if I go to the 1-hour time frame right now, you can't really know where to enter because there's still price action that needs to be formed here for us to look for where to enter, right? So on the 4-hour, I'll just be waiting for that break and retest on the 4-hour, then I'll be paying attention to the market to enter. The next pair for the week, we have AUD-CHF. Now AUD-CHF, that was one of the pairs we were looking for last week. We didn't manage to take the buys that we were looking for last week, right? Because of the price action was, just in a straight line. It didn't really give us the retest that we were looking for. But we are hoping to continue the buying momentum this week. Now, if you look at this price action on the 4-hour time frame, it's clearly bullish. This is the higher high and this is the higher low. On the daily time frame, as you can see right here, daily time frame, this is the higher high and this is the higher low. We also have a bullish engulfing right here, so it's possible that we'll still continue with that bullish momentum. Now, what I don't like about this daily time frame is that this red candle is actually engulfing on the daily time frame, so I don't like that, right? But let's just see how this market will play on the 1 hour. Now, on the 1 hour, let's get a little bit close. On the 1 hour, you can see that price action is actually bearish right now, and we can't really buy in a bearish market. We need to wait for price action to actually switch bullish for us to be interested. So currently, this is the lower low and this is the lower high. For price to shift structure, price will need to break above this high right here, above this high right here, and then give us a retracement for us to buy. But I don't like it. I don't want it to be like that way, right? I still need price action to go down a little bit. Why? Because to give us a new lower low. So once it gives us a new lower low and it creates a new lower, a higher high, right, and a retest, that price action is actually way more cleaner because the EMA will be coming under like this to hold price as support. Even it will now look like it broke the trend line. It will just be way more cleaner for me, right? So I will be looking for price to take out this low again. Then we'll now have that shift of structure to buy, right? So that's what I'll be looking for in AUD CHF. Now JPY and NZD, another pair for the week. This pair particularly, right? I'm not going to be talking too much on this pair because you actually just looks clean basically on the daily time frame, right? So if you look at the daily time frame, we have clear rejection here, rejection, and rejection here. So we have 3 rejections, right? So what this time frame is telling me is that we need a retracement back into this area and hopefully a doji for us to sell this market. But if I go to other time frames, you can see that if price is getting to this area, 4 hours is going to turn bullish. I don't like that, right? Because we no longer have that 2 time frame in sync, and price is currently still bearish on the 1 hour time frame. So if price happens to get back to area of interest, that's when I'll start paying attention to JPY and NZD. Now, Euro USD is a counter trend trade. Counter trend trades are actually high risk trades, right? But let me just show you what I'm looking to see for this week. I don't like counter trend trades all the time, but if they're clean enough, I'll be willing to take the trade actually, right? So 4 hour time frame, because that's where the price action start looking clean from. As you can see, 4 hour time frame, this was the higher high and this was the higher low. As soon as we broke below, it makes this market bearish. So now on the 4 hour time frame, it's like a break and we're having that retracement for us to continue selling. Now on the 1 hour time frame, which is our entry time frame, it does look like price has already given us the trade right here. So technically this is actually the engulfing we're supposed to be in. But remember, you can't enter trade on Sunday night. There's just a very high chance of you hitting stop loss because price might actually open bullish, might just open with one bullish candle like this and just take out your SL, right? On a normal day, this trade is supposed to be something just like this, and then we target 1:2 risk to reward ratio, something like this. Now, also something that you need to pay attention to on the Euro USD is that on the 1 hour time frame, we have some potential left head. If you look at it right here, we have potential left head and right shoulder right here. So now this is now the break. This right here is now the break, and this is the retest for us to potentially sell this market. Now there's a very high chance that this market might actually just leave us as soon as market opens, and there's also a very high chance that it might just take out your SL as soon as market opens. So we just need to wait to see how price plays before London before we take Euro USD. Next pair for the week, we have CAD JPY. Look at CAD JPY right now. Simple. What I'm just going to be looking for on this trade is a break and retest above here. Simple, right? Break and retest above here. This trade just looks just clean on the 1 hour time frame, which is not strong enough. So just compared to other pairs, if I have better pairs to enter, I don't have to enter CAD JPY, right? Because it's just only clean technically on the 1 hour time frame, right? Next pair for the week, we have NZD USD. Now we didn't really let's go to the daily time frame first. Now on the daily time frame, price just shifted bullish, right? So this is actually a 4 hour area of interest, as you can see right here. So on the 4-hour time frame, we have 1, 2, 3 taps from area of interest. Now price came back to somewhere close to around area of interest and is having some form of reaction to the upside. Now on the 1-hour time frame, as you can see right here, price has been bearish. I believe that price, as soon as price take out this high, which means it will have that break and a retest for us to actually take this trade. So I think this trade will actually be cleaner on the 30 minutes. So that's why we're paying attention to this market on the 30 minutes, right? Because we have a little bit more market structure. Market was bearish, then it became more bearish right here because this is the lower low. And then as soon as price closed above here, price is actually bullish right now on the 30 minutes. So if we get a cleaner break and retest, because of course market open, market might just dumb down, right? So if we get a cleaner break and retest on NZD USD, I'll be interested in taking this trade. Now the last pair for the week is GBP USD. It's basically the same trade as Euro USD. Now, but the only difference is that this trade actually looks very clean on the daily time frame, right? You can see we have left head, right shoulder on the daily time frame, but we have still not broken the neckline. So what we'll be looking for this week is for price to break and retest for us to take this trade. As you can see, we have clean area of interest. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rejections from area of interest. And there's also a round psychological level I'm just noticing, right? 1.34 thousand. So let's put the area of interest right there. Let's put the round psychological level right there. So we have round psychological level 34,000, right? So we also have a very strong round psychological level right there. EMA is already above, possibly going to be holding it as resistance as soon as we have that break and retest. That's pretty much the best for the week. I believe that Euro AED might still continue bullish, but I'm not paying attention to this market because there's just a lot of things that are wrong. Like daily time frame is still bearish in my own opinion, so I'm not paying attention to that market. But I still believe it might continue bullish in case you are asking for that. That's pretty much the best for the week. Remember to subscribe, it's very free, and I'll see you guys next week.